Hey, what's up, guys? It is 12:24 a.m. Sunday, December 2nd, 2018. As I do this video, uh, the Wilder Fury fight ended, maybe 30 minutes to an hour ago. I sat through, all the interviews up until the broadcast went off the air with Showtime pay-per-view. Man, I thought that I was gonna come on and be in a good mood. Singing "There's Only One Tyson Fury," waving some flags, having some fun. If the fight went the way I thought it was gonna go, which it did, and instead, I feel cheated. I feel screwed. Tyson Fury got robbed. He got screwed. Tyson Fury won this fight 116-110. 116-110. That would be all the rounds except the 2 rounds he got knocked down. This fight was not close, man. This fight was not close at all. Deontay Wilder did not deserve to get a draw in this fight. Tyson Fury, I've become a fan in the lead up to this Wilder fight. But, I have to be critical. If I felt Wilder won the fight, I would say he won the fight. But, I have to call it like it is, man. Tyson Fury, he fought a great fight, but he made some mistakes. Alright. The first mistake is he didn't do what he said that he was going to do. He didn't do what he promised he was going to do. He was calling for a knockout in this fight. He should have gone for the knockout, man. In my opinion, he had Deontay Wilder hurt several times in this fight. He had several opportunities to try to close the show on Deontay Wilder, and he never did. I never got the feeling that that he was going for the knockout at no point in the fight. And the guy has power, man. The guy, he can hit. He's a big guy. He was basically fighting a cruiserweight. He's a heavyweight. And, he was landing some hard-thudding shots on Wilder, man. I give it to Wilder. He has a great chin. But, Fury did not, he did not unload. He did not, throw the kitchen sink at Wilder, if you will, man. He would hit the guy. He would hurt the guy. The guy would be tired. He'd back off. Give him time to recover. Instead of just pouring it on the guy, instead of going forward on the guy, did he respect his power too much? I guess so. But there were times in the fight where he should go for the knockout, and he did not, man. Now, what was his other mistake? He was, dipping his head throughout the fight, unprotected, and it was working. Hell, it worked most of the fight, except the 2 times when he got hit and got knocked down. Was the 8th round when he got knocked down the first time, the 8th or 9th round? Man, it was so odd, so awkward looking, man. Because he had dipped down, and he just went down like on a kind of like the slow, delayed reaction, like, I could barely tell the punch landed. And he just got knocked down. He was not really hurt. He just was down, and got, I wouldn't say got right back up. He was taking his time. He took the count. Probably out of embarrassment that he got caught. But he was dipping his head throughout the fight, unprotected in a arrogant way. But like I said, it was working the whole fight except 2 times he got caught. And 12th round, man, I was stunned, man. I was stunned. I was shocked. I was saddened. I was like, wow, man, this guy has boxed a brilliant fight on the road. You know, this comeback fight. You know, and his third fight coming back. And this guy, after winning the fight, he gets knocked out in the 12th round. I mean, man, I thought the guy was out, man. I thought the guy was out cold, man. I think everybody did. The guy was laid out motionless, man. I thought the ref had waved it off or was gonna wave it off. I wasn't even seeing need for a count, man, from where I was sitting. And man, this guy got up and beat the count, man. I don't know how. He was laying there motionless, man, for a few seconds. It seemed like at least 5 seconds he was laying there without moving. You know. I was shocked. I was in disbelief, man. You know, the guy got up, continued to fight. Hell, was making a comeback in the round, man. You know, he caught Wilder with a very good counter right. You know, Wilder was hurt, man. He was hurt. He was gassed, and Fury did not. He was not able to close the show. You know. Oh man. Whew. But you know, this guy, man, he boxed a brilliant fight, and you know, they robbed him with a decision, man. This Mexican judge, I forget the guy's name, scored at 114, 110, I think, for Wilder. 115, 111, whatever it was. Man, that's terrible, man. That is all-time terrible, man. There's no way in hell Wilder won this fight on points or in any way. Not at all, man. You know, and the UK judge had it a draw. You know, and the Canadian judge, he had it right. He had it for Fury. So, you know, I feel like we all got screwed, played. You know, they got the rematch set up already. You know, Frank Warren in the ring looking, you know, a bit dubious and devious, and you know, I feel like we all got played, man. Hell, just to set up a rematch, hell. I really don't even want to hear about a rematch. I don't think about paying for a rematch, man. You know, the guy who should have won this fight did not, man. You know, once again, an international fight in America, and it's a terrible decision, man. You know, if they would have gave Wilder the decision, it would have been even worse. But no, it was a bad decision, man. And hey, they did have international judges, so you know, can't make a stink about that. And hell, didn't even have an American judge. You know, but it was a good fight. I think the fight was you know, worth pay-per-view. But just disappointed in the decision, man, because I feel Fury clearly outboxed the guy, outclassed the guy, won the fight in every way. Wilder's numbers, the show stat numbers were terrible. All of his percentages were less than 20%. Floyd, you know, said during the fight that he felt that Fury was winning the fight. The 6th round for me was when I felt that you could feel that, you know, that the tide was, you know, was pretty much on Fury's side, that the mood had changed, that it was all about Fury, because, you know, Wilder throughout the first 5 rounds, he tried landing those big right hands, and he was missing constantly, man. Fury's defense was on point, and by the 6th round, I just felt like, you know, Wilder was discouraged. Felt like his punch output had lowered, and you know, hell, you know, maybe had some stamina issues also. And like I said, Fury did not, you know, put the foot on the gas, man. You know, there was, like I said, several times in the fight, he could have put pressure on Wilder, man, and probably could have got a stoppage, man. I know he had him hurt a few times, and And one thing that he did that also Gvozdyk did, was bigger guys, they would, grab on to the guy and, put their weight on him to tire him even more. But it's a damn shame, man. Now if they had a rematch and Wilder was to catch Fury and knock him out, then Fury would, he would not be able to claim the glory that he should have, that he should have been able to. He got screwed in the first fight and then, possibly get knocked out in the second fight. I'm assuming the second fight, betting odds wise, probably be a pick'em fight. But Tyson Fury, he should have gone for the knockout aggressively, man. He said before the fight that he was going for the knockout, that he was gonna try to get the knockout, and I didn't see what he really tried to do it, man, and that was a big mistake on his part. All right, I cannot comment on the Jarrett Hurd fight. I just saw the highlights of the stoppage. That and the Ortiz fight, that's when I took a nap, man. Ortiz was not getting the guy out early, but they went to the 10th round in that fight, and I had to give me some sleep, so luckily I did. Woke up right before the main event started, right before they walked out. Joe Joyce, Joe Joyce is not the goods, man. This guy Joe Hanks was putting hands on Joe Joyce, man. He was getting outboxed before he got the knockout. And I was thinking about playing that fight too, and I was thinking to myself, oh man, what a fool, you letting this, you let this opportunity slip by. But luckily for Joyce, he caught the guy with left hook, I believe, and knocked the guy out, man. But Joe Joyce is, he's just not he's just not that special to me, man. Abel Sanchez and who else was in there? Sam Watson and Richard Schaefer. They all standing there like Joe Joyce gonna be the next big thing, man. Once he fights a class guy, man, I think he's gonna lose. He could lose to a guy that's not world class, man. That's how I feel about the guy. And finally, the Gvozdyk fight, man. I was right on this prediction. Gvozdyk won the fight by stoppage, man. And I'm a Deontay Stevenson fan, but I felt that he should have retired, man. He should have retired after the Gvozdyk fight. Hell, really, he should have retired after the Fanfare fight, the rematch. It was a dominant performance. He was in Canada. That's when he should have went out. The Gvozdyk fight, I thought he won the fight, I think, by 4 points on my card. But I could see the slippage, man. And the guy was 41 going into this fight, going up against this, bigger, younger guy. And I was critical of Gvozdyk, during the fight, man. He looked like, this stand up all straight and tall, like a surfboard, but the guy came through, man. Both men got robbed of knockdowns. That was a clear knockdown by Gvozdyk. I think it was the 3rd round, and then Stevenson should have got a knockdown when he hit him and threw, knocked it back into the ropes. But Stevenson, gas tank issues. The left hand, while it's still good, it's not what it was as far as the speed, and velocity and power. Like it used to be, hitting guys fast, hard, laying guys out and shit. Super accurate. Just not the same punch. And Stevenson got tired. And Gvozdyk started turning on the pressure and the volume, and got the guy out of there in brutal fashion, man. Like I said earlier, it was a brilliant tactic. I think from the 7th round on, he would wrap Stevenson up, man, put that weight on him. Being the bigger man, he'll tire him out even more, man. And I actually had Stevenson up, I think, by 1 point. I think 96-95 on my scorecard. When Gvozdyk got the stoppage, but at that point, Gvozdyk clearly, had taken over the fight. and was coming back. It was all him. It was just up to him to to close the show, which he did. So I think that's it, guys. I'm not hype. I'm not. I don't know. I just feel kind of funky, man. Kind of weird. Tyson Fury should have got a decision in this fight, man. I feel like we all got played, robbed, screwed. I feel like Fury got robbed and screwed. And now they're going to expect us to pay another $75 to watch the rematch, whenever they have that fight. And of course, AJ he will not be fighting Wilder in April. I was ready to be critical of Wilder, saying how he screwed up, man. He fought a tougher fight, a tougher opponent for probably lesser money, and not for the undisputed championship. And got taken to school, man. He should have lost his title. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys try to have a trilogy, man. And stand away from AJ. So, I guess AJ, if Dillian White can get past Resort, maybe they had that fight, or maybe he can fight Usyk in April. I think WBC should do an interim title with probably Brazil and Dillian White if he wins that fight against Chisora. So, and then me personally, I would like to see AJ fight Usyk in April, and they can make the Brazil Dillian White fight for an interim title, and then the winner of that fight can fight the winner of the rematch with Fury and Wilder. So, I think that's it, guys. You guys can let me know what you think, man. But I don't see how anybody can say that Wilder won this fight, man. Anybody saying that Wilder won this fight is a fanboy, blind fanboy, who's not going to be respected, who's not going to have any credibility, man. Anybody who thinks or says that Wilder won that fight, man, and there would be people out there trying to say that shit. And anybody who does, I don't have respect for him, man, because the guy got outboxed, he got outclassed. Everybody's so caught up in 2018 about size and power and landing power shots and knockouts, and like that rules today, Tyson Fury's defense, except for 2 moments in the fight, was excellent. But he did get hit with a left jab that busted his nose, but other than that, man, the guy's defense was excellent, man. I mean, Wilder was throwing on the guy. He was dipping out of the way of those right hands. He was moving out of the way. He would tie the guy up whenever he had to slow down the onslaught. It was brilliant work by Fury, man, and the guy got robbed of a decision. So I think in the rematch, he will try to do what he claimed he would do, and actually go for the knockout, put the pressure on, man. And I'm seeing this fight is probably going to be in Vegas. I doubt they have it in the UK, which I would prefer seeing it there at a big stadium, with a lot of people. But I could probably see this fight being at the MGM Grand or something like that. Mandalay Bay. I doubt they do T-Mobile. Well, maybe they could, but with the way tickets was going, and I mean, Staples looked packed tonight, but in the build up, it was not sounding too good with ticket sales. So anyways, man, I think that's it for me, guys. I'd love to know what you guys think, man. But Tyson Fury, man, I salute you. I've become a fan. You lost a lot of weight. You took 2 tune-up fights and then came back and outclassed Deontay Wilder, man. You should be WBC champion. And you should be praised for what you did, man. You doing and saying all the right things. You beat this guy, man, and should have won this fight. But in a rematch, you need to put the pressure on to go for the knockout. Do not leave it to the judges. That's what Gvozdyk did. So he saw the guy was hurt, gassed. He put the pressure on, got him out of there. And you knock him out, you can't get screwed. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think, and I will check in with y'all soon, man. Thanks for watching.